We live in a world saturated with surveillance. Cameras on every street corner, smartphones recording, video doorbells capturing our comings and goings. This constant observation has become so normalized that we rarely question it. But beneath this visible layer of surveillance lies a more insidious form of control, one that weaves together narcissism, organized stalking, and psychic interference into a complex web of psychological operations, psyops, designed to manipulate and dominate. Consider the narcissist, not just as an individual, but as a model for control. Narcissists thrive on attention, manipulation, and the erosion of boundaries. In the context of psyops, narcissistic tactics are scaled up. Gaslighting, triangulation, and relentless monitoring become tools for destabilizing targets. For example, a workplace bully who spreads rumors and isolates a colleague is using classic narcissistic abuse, but when coordinated by a group, this becomes organized stalking. Organized stalking, sometimes called gang stalking, is a systematic campaign of harassment. Targets report being followed, surveilled, and manipulated by groups, neighbors, co-workers, even strangers. The goal is to break down the individual's sense of reality and autonomy, much like a narcissist does on a personal level, but amplified through collective action. Real-life examples include whistleblowers who find themselves suddenly ostracized, monitored, and subjected to coordinated smear campaigns. But the most profound layer is psychic interference. Imagine your thoughts and emotions being subtly influenced as if your mind is an open channel. This is not just metaphorical. Targets of organized stalking often report street theater, where strangers act out scenarios designed to trigger emotional responses, or thought broadcasting, where it feels as if their private thoughts are being accessed or manipulated. Just as a radio can pick up distant signals, our minds can be attuned, sometimes forcibly, to the intentions of others. In psyops, this means using psychological triggers, suggestion, and even energetic manipulation to tune a target's mental state. For instance, a person might suddenly feel overwhelming anxiety or intrusive thoughts after a series of orchestrated encounters, never realizing these are the result of coordinated psychological tactics. We are energetic beings, and our thoughts and emotions ripple outward. In the hands of those skilled in manipulation, whether narcissists or organized groups, these ripples can be used to destabilize, isolate, and control. Science is only beginning to understand how intention and attention can affect our well-being, but real-world reports from targets of organized stalking and psychic interference suggest these effects are very real. True privacy is the sovereignty of our minds, the ability to maintain an inner sanctuary untouched by outside influence. But in a world where narcissistic psyops and organized stalking are weaponized, even this sanctuary is under threat. If you've ever felt sudden anxiety, paranoia, or intrusive thoughts that seem alien, you may be experiencing psychic interference. Targets of organized stalking often describe these moments as not their own, a hallmark of coordinated psychological manipulation. This is a subtle but powerful form of control, a hidden hand stirring your consciousness. Whether it's a narcissist gaslighting you, a group orchestrating harassment, or unseen forces manipulating your energy, the result is the same. Your sense of self is undermined, your decisions shaped, your reality distorted. The first step to protection is awareness, recognizing that these interconnected dynamics are real and can affect anyone. Just as you lock your doors or cover your cameras, you must learn to guard your inner world from narcissistic manipulation, organized stalking, and psychic interference. The battle for freedom is fought within. Survivors of organized stalking often find strength in community, sharing stories and strategies to reclaim their mental and emotional sovereignty. This is both a personal and collective journey. The modern panopticon is not just physical, it's a network of psychological and energetic influence. Cities, communities, and relationships become battlegrounds for attention and intention, as psyops tactics weave together narcissism, organized stalking, and psychic interference into a seamless system of control. We're not just being watched, we're being felt, manipulated, and sometimes even energetically attacked. The experience of being targeted is not just about surveillance, but about the invasion of our emotional and psychic space. Our emotional and mental states are the new frontiers of surveillance and control. The next wave of psyops is not about what we do, but about how we feel and what we think, using narcissistic abuse, organized stalking, and psychic interference as tools of domination. Understanding these interconnected dynamics is crucial. By recognizing the signs of narcissistic manipulation, organized stalking, and psychic interference, we can begin to reclaim our inner space, set boundaries, and nurture our authentic selves. The real fight is for the sovereignty of our inner world. In an era where even our thoughts can be touched by outside forces, protecting our inner peace is the most vital act of resistance we have. Everything in the universe vibrates, including us. From the tiniest atom to the largest galaxy, all matter and energy are in constant motion, creating a symphony of frequencies that shape our reality. Our thoughts and emotions each have their own frequency, like invisible radio signals that broadcast from within us. Every feeling, every idea, every intention you hold sends out a unique energetic signature. Joy vibrates high and fast, it's light, expansive, and uplifting, filling you with energy and possibility. Fear and despair, on the other hand, vibrate low and slow, weighing you down and making the world seem smaller and darker. Your personal frequency is the sum of these vibrations, the unique song of your soul, shaped by your experiences, beliefs, and daily choices. When your thoughts, beliefs, and actions align, your frequency is strong and stable. This harmony creates a powerful resonance that others can sense even if they can't explain it. This alignment is your natural state, and your shield against outside influence. It's like an energetic armor, helping you stay centered no matter what's happening around you. But your personal frequency is also a target. In psychological operations known as psyops, manipulators seek to disrupt your energetic balance to gain control. Tactics like narcissistic abuse, organized stalking, and psychic interference are designed to destabilize your frequency, making you more vulnerable to suggestion and control. Narcissistic abusers, for example, use gaslighting, emotional manipulation, and cycles of idealization and devaluation to keep you in a state of confusion and self-doubt. This constant emotional turmoil lowers your frequency, making it easier for them to dominate your thoughts and feelings. Organized stalking, or gang stalking, is another tactic. It involves coordinated harassment, surveillance, and social isolation to induce chronic stress and fear. The goal is to keep you in a low vibrational state, anxious, paranoid, and disconnected from your inner strength. Psychic interference can be even more subtle, using intention, thought projection, or energetic manipulation to implant doubt, confusion, or negativity. These attacks are meant to disrupt your mental clarity and emotional stability, weakening your energetic boundaries. It's not judgment, just physics. A stable energy system is more resilient, able to withstand life's storms and bounce back from setbacks. But when your frequency is weakened by these tactics, you become more susceptible to outside control. Your power comes from mastering your inner world, not controlling the outer one. By choosing uplifting thoughts and processing emotions healthily, you build a foundation of strength and clarity. You tune your own frequency, just as a musician tunes their instrument, bringing yourself back into harmony whenever you drift off key. You become the conductor of your own symphony, guiding your energy with intention and awareness. This inner work is your best defense against hidden surveillance or psychic interference. When your frequency is strong, outside influences lose their power over you. Your alignment is your strength. Guard it fiercely, and you'll move through life with confidence, clarity, and true resilience, even in the face of manipulation and control. Modern manipulation operates through a web of psychological tactics. Narcissism, organized stalking, and psychic interference are key tools in these psyops. Narcissistic abuse is often used to undermine confidence and create self-doubt, isolating individuals and making them more vulnerable to control. Organized stalking or gang stalking involves coordinated harassment, like repeated surveillance, subtle threats, or social sabotage, to destabilize targets and keep them in a state of fear. Psychic interference can manifest as intrusive thoughts, manipulated dreams, or sudden emotional shifts, leaving victims drained and confused. In real-world scenarios, these methods are deployed through smear campaigns, workplace mobbing, or coordinated online harassment, each designed to break down natural defenses. The attacks are often subtle, a steady drip of negativity, gaslighting, and disruption that erodes mental resilience. Recognizing these patterns, like sudden social isolation, repeated coincidences, or emotional manipulation, is the first step to breaking free. See these tactics for what they are: deliberate attempts to destabilize and control. Reclaim your power by staying aware, connected, and aligned with your inner truth. Your inner peace and awareness are your best protection against these manipulations. In the shadowy world of psychological operations, organized stalking and spiritual warfare are often fueled by narcissistic personalities wielding psychic interference as a weapon of control. Consider the case of Anna, who began noticing strangers following her on her daily walks, always different faces, but the same unsettling feeling of being watched. She later discovered hidden cameras near her home and experienced repeated synchronized encounters with people who seemed to know intimate details about her life. Narcissists and orchestrators of organized stalking use these tactics to manipulate, surveil, and control their targets. Through coordinated harassment, psychological games, and constant monitoring, they create an environment of fear and confusion. In another case, James reported hearing synchronized noises outside his window at night, followed by staged confrontations in public spaces, classic signs of psychic interference designed to destabilize his sense of reality. These psyops often weave psychic interference into daily life. Synchronized noise, staged encounters, and technological harassment all serve to erode the target's mind and spirit. The goal is to break down self-worth and create a constant state of anxiety. This is more than just harassment, it's spiritual warfare. By targeting the victim's connection to their higher self, orchestrators aim to leave them vulnerable to further manipulation and control. Anna, for example, found solace in meditation and self-reflection, slowly rebuilding her sense of inner strength. By lowering the target's frequency to a state of fear and isolation, narcissists and organized stalkers gain greater power over their victims, turning psychic interference into a weapon of psychological domination. James eventually sought support from others who had experienced similar tactics, helping him reclaim his sense of reality. Defending our energetic and spiritual sovereignty is critical. By sharing stories and supporting one another, we can resist these tactics and reclaim our inner strength and autonomy. How do we protect ourselves from narcissistic manipulation, organized stalking, and psychic interference in a world where psyops and subtle control tactics are everywhere? Not by battling every manipulator or shadowy force head-on, but by anchoring ourselves in self-awareness and nurturing the inner light that no external force can dim. Empower yourself by consciously tuning your mental and emotional frequency. Like a radio, you can shift away from the static of manipulation and tune into clarity, presence, and your own truth. Guard your attention fiercely. Narcissists and psyops thrive on hijacking your focus. Be intentional about what you allow into your mind and question the narratives you encounter. Establish daily rituals that ground you. These are your anchors in chaos. Whether it's lighting a candle, journaling, or simply taking a moment to breathe, these practices reclaim your inner space from outside influence. Meditation, time in nature, and grounding with the earth are essential, not luxuries. They help you clear psychic interference and restore your energetic boundaries. Even a few mindful breaths can disrupt the cycle of manipulation and bring you back to your center where you are least vulnerable to external control. Limit your exposure to media and digital content designed to provoke fear, confusion, or outrage. Psyops often use these channels to destabilize your sense of self. Choose what you consume with discernment. Build emotional resilience by observing your feelings without letting them dictate your actions. Journaling and honest self-inquiry help you spot patterns of manipulation and reclaim your narrative. When anxiety or fear arises, pause and witness it without judgment. This awareness is your first line of defense against psychological games. Ask yourself, is this emotion truly mine, or am I absorbing it from manipulative people, groupthink, or collective anxiety? In that moment of awareness, you reclaim your power to choose what you internalize and what you let go. Release what isn't yours. Let go of psychic debris, projections, and burdens placed on you by others. Notice the freedom that follows. This practice creates a shield of self-awareness, making you less susceptible to gaslighting, manipulation, and external triggers. Remember, you are not powerless in the face of psyops or narcissistic tactics. You are a sovereign being, capable of shaping your experience from within, no matter what external forces attempt to sway you. Your alignment, your commitment to your own truth, is your shield against confusion and negativity. Your joy is your sword, cutting through the heaviness of manipulation and reminding you of your authentic self. Your peace is your fortress, a sanctuary no manipulator or psyop can breach if you tend to it daily. The greatest act of resistance is to remember your power, choose awareness over fear, and stand strong in your truth every day. In the presence of your empowered awareness, no manipulation can survive. You are the guardian of your inner world. Protect it with vigilance and watch your life transform. In a world where narcissism, organized stalking, and psychic interference can undermine our sense of self, staying connected and empowered is more important than ever. Subscribe, like, and share this video to help others protect their inner world and to build a supportive community together. Share your experiences in the comments and support each other on this journey. Your voice and encouragement empower us all. Thank you for watching.